Welcome to Vlogmas Day 7, a date that will live in infamy, as they say. It's also my birthday, Pearl Harbor Day, 1941. There was the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor in Honolulu, on Honolulu in the naval base, where 2,000, over 2,400 Americans were killed. Another 1,000 something were wounded. And it's one of these days that, because I was born on this day, I've always heard that. Often, I guess, misquoted as a day that will live in infamy. And it happened 78 years ago, not my birth, but Pearl Harbor. And yeah, it's one of those things of it's when history kind of intrudes into real life. That attack caused the Americans to get drawn into World War II. You know, all the goods and all the bads of that situation. Obviously, probably good for what our history turned out, I believe. And but yeah, I was born basically 27 years after Pearl Harbor, and now it's been like 78 years. Well, now I guess you can do the math and know just how damn old I am. But yeah, it's just one of those things that I often think about on my birthday. A part of why I think about it is because of how I learned about Pearl Harbor. For a bookish channel, I did not learn about it in a book. I remember going on car rides with my father and my brother when I was younger. And he was really into history. He was really into World War II stuff. Him being a Scottish man who grew up during World War II, so it was heavily in his mind as a part of what shaped him, I guess. And he would tell us stories, and because he was a Scottish man who read lots of history, he didn't tell us kids stories. He told us history stories. And I mean, obviously, as an egotistical little kid, I'll go, oh, this happened on my birthday, so it's something that I really remember. Yeah, which, I mean, I don't know, of the following generations, we all have our moments that this was an eruption of history that probably deeply imprinted itself on the people who were alive at that time, 78 years ago. Just as, I belong to a generation where, like, the Challenger shuttle exploding, the attacks of 9/11, just things where you kind of go, wow, I'm a person in history. I'm situated in this, whether I like it or not. I am not an isolated individual just because a number of years ago I was born. Like, I'm a part of all of this. And it's one of those sad things that it does seem to be. It's these great tragedies that are the things that get remembered. History is, for the most part, probably isn't a bunch of all the happy stories or the great stuff that's happened to human beings over the while. There's a reason why it's oftentimes it's punctuated by all the negatives, But in my own little personal history, I'm glad that I exist on this day. So happy Vlogmas, everybody. More videos later.